For collecting data from all ministries and departments every quarter, the dashboard has various easy to use features for the ministry users in the form of modules on the home page. The dashboard module ribbon placed at the top left side of the home page can be used for various inputs. The ribbon has the About DGQI option, Master Modules, Questionnaire module, Strategy Tracking module, User Management, Approval Request, Performance Reports, and Compliance Reports for the ministries to use. Now, if a user wants to understand the DGQI exercise in detail, they can click on About DGQI, where one can see the concept of DGQI, objectives, and the methodology of the DGQI exercise in detail. Now, if the ministry admin user wants to view the existing schemes and non-schematic interventions covered under the DGQI exercise for their ministry and or want to add new schemes and non-schematic interventions, the ministry admin user can click on the master modules and the schemes under it. The table provides information on the existing schemes and NSIs covered under DGQI, details such as ministry name, scheme type, scheme name, scheme short name, scheme description, and whether the action point is active or inactive can be viewed from this table. This table is also exportable into an Excel format. Further, if the user wants to edit or delete the schemes and NSIs, they can do so under the action points column by using these icons. For example, if the user wants to edit information for a particular scheme and NSI, it can click on the edit icon placed under the actions column. The dashboard will direct the user to a page where the user can edit the scheme details for that particular quarter and click on Save. The user can also add schemes and NSIs using the Add Scheme button on the top right side of the page. The user can fill in information such as the ministry name, scheme type, scheme name, short name, description, status, and click on Save. This will add the particular scheme to the DGQI database and automatically will be reflected under the questionnaire module, strategy tracking module for further data entry for that particular quarter. Now, if the ministry admin user wants to fill the questionnaire for a particular quarter, the user can go to the questionnaire module under the dashboard modules ribbon on the left side and click on questionnaires. To make data entry easy for the users, responses of the previous quarter will be already feeded and the user will only have to make changes to the responses wherever applicable. The questionnaire is divided into three parts. Part A, which includes questions at the ministry level. Part B includes information on central sector and centrally sponsored scheme. Part B NSIs includes information on the non-schematic interventions. The ministry admin can select the year and the quarter applicable for that period and start filling Part A of the questionnaire. Please note, changes to the questionnaire can be done by both ministry admin as well as ministry data entry user. For example, under Part A, under synergistic data theme, in the previous quarter, for question 3, DOFPD was in the process to create systems for ensuring data systems across scheme divisions. However, in the current quarter, they have completed this exercise and they can simply change their responses from in progress to yes. Similarly, if there is any progress in the existing action points, the ministry admin or the data entry user can go to the action plan theme, question 7, click on the edit button to change the status of action points. A new page will open where all existing action points can be viewed. For example, DOFPD has created an action point called Feedback, Troubleshooting and Improvisation of the System. They can click on the Edit button under the Action column at the end of the table and change the status of the action point from in progress to completed. Once these changes are done, the user can click on Update and close the tab. Now, the, the ministry admin or the data entry user can go back to part A, action point theme, question 7, and click on the refresh button to update the compliance rate of action points. The ministry admin and the data entry user should also upload an action plan in PDF format under question 6 and also provide 3 good practices under the good practice theme every quarter. Once the edits are done, the ministry user can click on save as draft and or submit and proceed to part B if the responses are final and approved by a competent authority. Once the form is submitted, the ministry users will be restricted from making any changes for that quarter after the deadline has passed. Hence, it is advised that the ministry users save the form in draft mode till finalization of the responses. The user also has the option of printing the draft and the final responses of Part A by clicking on the print option given at the top of the questionnaire. The ministries can then go and proceed to fill the information for Part B, central sector and centrally sponsored schemes. For example, DOFPD wants to make changes in the storage and go downs scheme. It can click on the storage and go downs from the drop down and make changes to the theme wherever applicable. For example, DOFPD has started to report collected data digitally, then the user can go to data generation theme, question 3, and change the response from no on paper only to yes. The same can be done for Part B NSIs. In both central sector and centrally sponsored schemes and NSI forms, once the edits are done, the ministry can click on save as draft and or submit if the responses are final and approved by competent authority. The user also has the option of printing the draft and final responses of Part B. The dashboard also has a data entry ministry data entry user who can fill the responses in the questionnaire and edit action points. The changes made by the data entry user are sent to the admin user for review and approval. These change requests can be viewed from the questionnaire module under questionnaire response approval. The ministry admin can view, edit, and add strategy action points by using the strategy tracking module as shown previously. Please note that the ministry data entry user has access only to the questionnaire and strategy tracking module where the data entry user can fill part A and part B responses and only edit the status of action points. All changes made by the data entry user will be sent to the ministry admin user for review and approval. Now, if the ministry admin user wants to conduct further analysis on the DGQI performance, the user can use the reports module, such as the performance reports and the compliance reports, and download these reports using the filters. Further, the ministry admin can also view accounts registered under the ministry by using the user management module. The ministry admin also has the rights to add data entry user by using the add user button given on top of the table. Now, if the person has registered as a data entry user, the registration request will be sent to the ministry admin user. The admin user can then go to the approval request module where it can accept or reject the user registration request. Hence, the dashboard module enables the ministries and departments to fill the questionnaire, add schemes, add users, approve requests, and analyze the performance of the ministry in detail using the performance and compliance reports.